Babes, we made it to 100 plus episodes. I cannot believe it. This episode, I share how hosting the Beautypro podcast has kind of changed my life, helped me become a better salon owner and human, and my favorite episodes, both of my favorite guests and my favorite episodes of my own education. P.S. Head to the show notes to get a curated playlist of must listen episodes. I'll see you then. Are you a beauty or barber pro looking for that push to do that thing you've always wanted to do, whether it's in or out of the salon, spa, or shop? Are you tired of not feeling good enough, smart enough, skilled enough? Are you tired of not getting a handle on your mental health, boundaries, and insecurities? I'm Christine Sherwood, the Beautypro coach, an internationally certified coach, a salon and spa owner, and your personal Jiminy Cricket. I use my own experiences, good and bad, as a salon owner to help you be more self-aware, authentic, and forward-thinking in your approach to life, in and out of the salon. It's time to reach your version of success with the Beautypro Coach podcast. We made it 100 plus episodes of the Beautypro podcast. I can't believe it. Legit. Like, what? What is this? I mean, yeah, I totally mapped out each episode, planned it out, manifested it. But here we are 2 years later and 103 episodes exactly. And we're planning for season two. Hopefully, we'll get better graphics, better video setup, more intimate conversations with your favorite industry role models, and so much more. But I'm getting ahead of myself, honestly, because this episode is all about celebrating these 100 episodes now, today. It's super important to me, and I stress it even with my staff, to celebrate every big and little accomplishment. And so this is a big deal. It's a huge deal. 90% of all podcasts never make it to episode 3. Okay. Like, what? Yeah, it's true. And then the rest that do make it to episode 3, 90% of those never make it to episode 20. And so if you go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and you type in, beauty podcasts or salon, hairstylist podcast, you can absolutely see these statistics to be true. I'm going to tell you a little bit more. Only 34% of podcasts post weekly episodes. That's not a large amount. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the Beautypro podcast is in the top 5% that actually post consistently weekly, have made it to 100 plus episodes with 50 plus guests, which is above the average. I mean, we're breaking the norm over here, and I couldn't be happier. So, just so you know, dear listener, the Beautypro podcast is not sponsored by anyone. It's completely written, edited, promoted, produced by me, yours truly, Christine Sherwood, the Beautypro coach, internationally certified life and business coach for beauty and barber pros. So, it's completely designed and created to help you, a beauty pro, a barber professional, a salon owner, a spa owner. Like, the whole purpose of this podcast was to help you become a better, more fulfilled version of yourself behind the chair and outside of the salon, which is why at the end of this episode, or now, you can totally pause it now, you can head to the show notes or episode description and grab your curated playlist of all the episodes that I feel will help you in your salon starting today. So you are welcome. And so, from business foundations to marketing to recruiting clients and staff to making sure you don't burn yourself out, head to the episode's description and get your Beautypro playlist. Okay? Okay. Um, creating and hosting the Beautypro podcast has absolutely changed me by helping me put into words and a structure what it is that I teach beauty and barber pros all over the United States, some parts of Canada, every single day. And the podcast has helped me slow down to speed up by outlining each episode, what I want to zone in on for you and me. We're visual. So when we write things down, we get the opportunity to see our thoughts written down on paper, and it helps us put things in perspective. It's like a step by step. And if you've listened for a while and you follow me on Instagram and you've been coached by me, you'll know that I really like to tie in all of our senses. So when we're writing something down, we are feeling it, we're touching it, we're smelling the ink, smelling the paper, we're seeing it. If you drink coffee, you're probably tasting it. So it's a for real thing. And so the podcast has totally helped me to slow down as a human being, understand what the heck it is that I am teaching every day on Instagram and every week on my VIP email list, which if you're not on it, go get on my email list. The link is in my bio, the link is in the show notes. I have found myself literally writing every day. Every single day I am writing something down. You can ask my staff. That's why I tell you to write things down, because it works. I promise you it's not a waste of time. It helps you get clear on who you are, what your vision is for yourself, your career, your salon, team, family, kids, relationships, everything. So go do it and let me know how you feel in an Instagram message. Connect with me, talk to me. Let's make it real for each other. And we made it to this mark. You and I together, we made it here on this podcast journey together. And if I'm reading my analytics correctly, because everything is all about measuring, right? That's the episode on SMART. So go listen to that one. If I'm reading it correctly, the Beautypro podcast has approximately 102 subscribers across Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Almost 5,000 streams on Spotify and Apple. 22,000 impressions on YouTube. I'm not really sure. Maybe these are small numbers, but I'm super proud of them. And we all got to start somewhere. And right now I'm here and it's fun, it's fun to start. And you are definitely listening. I mean, that's what the numbers are saying. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It really means a lot. And the only thing I'll say to add to that is, maybe you could leave your reviews and your ratings on the podcast. Maybe go to Spotify, subscribe, and leave your 5-star rating. Or go to Apple Podcasts, subscribe, and leave your review on it. That would be great, because the more people who review and rate the show, the higher we end up in searches and overall ratings and the whole thing with the algorithm stuff. So please, 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 please leave your feedback wherever you listen to podcasts. You help me produce better content for you, and you help other beauty and barber pros reach their version of success just by listening. So please go leave your ratings and reviews. Now, pretty sure this is what you're waiting for. My favorite episodes of these 100 plus episodes. Now, the ones that I have where I'm teaching, I will say episodes 1, Who's the Beauty Pro Coach? That one is like a must listen to because that is like my whole story, how I became the Beauty Pro Coach, how the podcast got started. Like that is the origin story. So go check out episode 1. Episode 8, Vision, Mission, and Values. That one's crucial for anyone who wants to go out on their own, who is a salon owner, or maybe you just need to work on yourself. That one's a great one. Episode 17, What's Your Communication Style? Love that one. Episode 47 is the No Non-Competes Era, which that one is super fun because that just kind of recently happened maybe. And so that's going to give you some insight on what's going on so far in the industry. So these episodes are pretty foundational as far as salon business building, doubling as to who you are as a human first and then as a stylist. Since we're in this business, I guess it could be easier to work backwards. So maybe define your salon and spa, define your team, relationships, and then you. That's kind of how it happened for me too, right? Like when you're going through it, this is what happens. But when you see it written, you might feel it makes more sense the other way of define yourself, relationships, team, business. I don't know. The important part is that you define these things. Okay. It doesn't have to be in any order at all. Just as long as you figure yourself out and then your business, you are golden. Then you set some kind of foundation where you can push off of and you know where you're going. Okay. These particular episodes were and are foundational to me and my salon too. Knowing and understanding these aspects about myself helped me become the Beauty Pro Coach. And it's a huge part of what I coach stylists and owners and everybody. We don't realize how so many parts of our lives are intertwined together and we become consumed by them, right? We end up thinking like that's who we are, when in reality, it's just a fiber. It's just a little string, a little piece of who we are and the desires we have for ourselves in life, right? So, like, I coach hairstylists to be more understanding of those aspects before we can get into the nitty gritty of salon and spa ownership, because you got to have thick skin to be any kind of business owner. And knowing all of that helps. All right, so now my favorite episodes with guests on the show. let me just say, let me just be very extremely clear, right? All of my guests, all of them are my favorite. Each one is so special to me, and it brings me so much joy and honor and privilege to be able to have them on the show, because each one of the guests on the Beauty Pro podcast brought something to the show and to the industry that no one else can bring. Only they can. And they bring their own flavor to create an amazing show experience, amazing education. But I did promise to share my favorite. So if I had to choose my top 3 guest episodes from episode 1 to episode 101, I would say Robert Cromeans is number 1, because Robert Cromeans. Okay. But honestly, like, I had been wanting to have a heart to heart with him since I officially got into the business, and to be able to do that and share it with you and with the hair industry guys, like, thank you. It was such an honor, such a privilege. And it was on my birthday. Like, what? So that is the number 1 favorite episode for me. But these episodes it's not in order of importance. These are all equal fangirling moments for myself, for the podcast. It's just for different reasons. Okay. The second favorite episode of mine is Niggerojo. Like, as a little girl, when What Not to Wear first came out, it was the same time that Tabitha Takes Over came out on Bravo, that the Gatsby Salon in New Jersey had their show on Bravo. Like, those were my shows. Okay. That was so having Nick as one of my first guests on the Beauty Pro podcast was such an honor and a privilege. And I just loved it. And it totally fulfilled a fangirl's dream, right? Like from watching him on TV to meeting him at different hair shows a couple times to various, Miami show. Like he's just, he's Nick Rojo. And I just love the fact, the idea that my voice was in his salon in New York City and that his school played such a pivotal role for me in becoming the Beauty Pro coach, right? Go listen to episode 1. You'll know what I'm talking about. And so to me, that's just so cool, right? That my spirit and energy were in that room. Like it's not anything, but it is something. So it's cool for me to have him on here. Okay, and then episode 3, the top episode for me with a guest, it was and is Candy Shaw. Like Candy reminds me of my own mom, just the Southern version of her. And it brings me so much joy to have her on and to share herself with us. And I do consider myself a Southern girl, but not as Southern as Candy. So it was very cool. That makes sense. And I can listen to her all day long and be like, yes, ma'am. Yes, Mama Shaw, you got it. Amen. Keep preaching. So it's a good day. It's a good day. I love it. There's so much in her episode that you can just grasp, pause, rewind, chew on it, learn it, integrate it into your daily mission in the salon. So I highly recommend go through the episode list, go listen to these episodes, leave your reviews, ratings, all of those on these episodes. You're going to get so much out of it for yourself as a person, as a stylist, as a salon owner, as a future salon owner. And that is an absolute promise. Okay. As I'm promising you that, my dog just took some laundry and ran into the yard. So that's really good for me. But, anyways, that's neither here nor there. So now I really want to humbly thank you for listening these past 2 years and listening to me ramble and rant. And hopefully, prayerfully, I hope that I was able to teach you from my own experiences on what it's like to live the best version of you in and out of the salon, spa, or barbershop. I'm honored to be able to leave my mark on the digital airwaves somehow, some way, and hopefully leave something that will change lives and careers for the better. And I have no idea what's in store for season 2 or the future of this podcast, but I'm excited about it. And I'm excited for you listening to get your feedback and what your faves were and are over the past 2 years. Send me a message on Instagram. Let's chat. Let's talk, leave your ratings and reviews, please, 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 please. And of course, tell everyone about the Beauty Pro podcast. Share it, tag your friends, send it out. Let everybody know about your new obsession. So thank you again, and I will chat you next week. If you loved this episode, subscribe to the Beauty Pro podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave your reviews, stars, feedback so I can continue bringing the content you deserve and want most. Your feedback fuels this podcast. The more you give, the more you get back. You can follow me at The Beauty Pro Coach on Instagram and Facebook. Want to contact me directly? Email me at befree@goldentruthcoaching.com.